The story begins when a student named Jason, who is also a singer, has his vacation just about over. Today, his dad is coming to drop him at his Catholic school. His mother and sister are also with him. His sister's name is Joey, and Joey shares a room with a girl named Sarah, who is standing nearby. Sarah has liked Jason for a long time. Jason's dad, while dropping him at school, advises him to stop singing and focus on his studies. But Jason doesn't like studying. He only wants to make a career in singing. At that moment, the school teacher, Rebecca, approaches Jason's mom and dad and assures them that she will take good care of their kids. After Jason's parents leave, Rebecca meets a new teacher named Sophia, for whom it is her first day at school. Sister Rebecca explains to Sophia how to behave and informs her well about the school rules. Following Rebecca's advice, Sophia understands what to do. She wipes her lipstick, and then Rebecca takes her on a tour of the school. On the way, they meet Jason. Rebecca introduces Sophia to Jason. Sophia notices that Jason looks sad. She asks Rebecca why Jason is upset. Rebecca explains that Jason had an accident in his dad's car while driving under the influence, and since then, his dad has been upset with him. However, Jason is a smart and intelligent student, and also a singer. When Sophia goes to her room, she starts watching Jason's videos on her laptop. Jason is a YouTuber who uploads his singing videos regularly. Watching his videos, Sophia becomes attracted to him and even kisses the laptop screen. It seems like Sophia has fallen in love with Jason at first sight. She starts thinking about him all the time, and it looks like she already knew Jason somehow. The next day, when Sophia arrives to take class, she introduces herself to all the students, but her eyes keep going to Jason. She sees Jason talking to a girl, and it doesn't sit well with her. So she makes Jason sit in front of that girl, Sarah. Sarah doesn't understand why Sophia is treating her this way, because usually in a Catholic school, teachers don't behave like this with students. Before starting the class, Joey reminds Sophia that they always say a prayer before class begins. Hearing this, Sophia asks Joey to lead the prayer instead of praying herself. Joey starts the prayer, and all the students repeat after her. But during the prayer, Joey notices that Sophia is not praying. After class ends, Joey tells Jason that their teacher Sophia did not pray during the prayer time. Jason hears this, but then he gets a message from Sarah, and he doesn't pay much attention to Joey. Sophia, after class, goes to Jason and asks if Sarah is his girlfriend. Jason denies it smoothly, saying he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. Hearing this makes Sophia very happy, and she walks back to her room cheerfully. Just then, Sarah runs up to Jason and asks about the message. Actually, Sarah had expressed her love for Jason in that message. Jason also confesses his love to Sarah, and they start kissing. At that moment, Sophia notices Jason and Sarah together. She approaches them and scolds Sarah. Jason immediately leaves and goes back to class, but Sarah gets angry at Sophia because she feels she did nothing wrong by loving Jason. However, as a teacher, Sophia warns Sarah to stay away from Jason. The next day, when Jason arrives at school, Sophia meets him and asks if Sarah is his girlfriend. Jason gets nervous. He doesn't want to lie about Sarah, but since it's his teacher asking, he says nothing. Sophia then tells him to come to her cabin after class if he has some important work. Jason agrees, unaware that he is about to get caught in Sophia's trap. When Sophia reaches her room, she takes off her dress and admires herself, wondering if she is worthy of Jason. Just then, Jason knocks on the door. When Jason sees Sophia, his heart fills with love for her. This was exactly what Sophia wanted, to attract Jason by letting him see her like this, so she had left the cabin door open for him. When Jason stands behind the door, Sophia pretends she can't see him. Jason can't resist and goes back to his own room, thinking about Sophia nonstop. The next day at school, Sophia again meets Jason and asks why he didn't come to meet her the previous day. Jason makes an excuse that he simply forgot. Days pass this way. A week has now gone by at school for Jason and Joey. At the end of the week, their parents come to pick them up. Sophia doesn't like the idea of Jason going home. After Jason leaves, Sophia feels restless at school, so she asks Rebecca to tell Jason that her aunt suddenly fell ill and she needs to go home immediately, requesting leave. After that, Sophia takes her leave and leaves the school. Meanwhile, Jason talks to his dad and says he needs a one-year break to focus on his singing career by performing. But his dad gets angry and insists that Jason should focus only on his studies. This leads to an argument between them. Jason angrily walks out of the room and goes outside, where he starts singing to forget his sadness. At that moment, Sophia arrives at Jason's house in her car and secretly listens to him singing. She enjoys the song, her eyes fixed on Jason, her heart filling with love for him. Suddenly, Sophia notices an incoming call from Sarah on Jason's phone, and she gets angry. angry. Just then, Sophia's foot hits something, causing a noise. Jason hears the sound and suspects someone is eavesdropping. He starts moving toward the direction of the noise, but then he gets a message from his sister and returns home. Sophia begins thinking about how to break Jason and Sarah's friendship. That night, she sneaks into Sarah's room and hides drugs in her book. But as Sophia tries to leave Sarah's room, Sister Rebecca appears. Sophia makes an excuse that she heard some noise from Sarah's room and came to check on her. Hearing their conversation, Joey, who was sleeping in the same room, wakes up. Listening to the talk, Joey starts suspecting Sophia. The next morning, when all the students arrive in class, Sophia also comes in to teach. She tells everyone to open to the page in their books where she'd hidden the drugs. The moment Sarah opens her book, Sophia catches her red-handed and warns her that she'll face severe punishment. Word of it spreads through the whole school, and Sarah is suspended. But Sophia doesn't stop there. She convinces Sister Rebecca that, to protect the school's reputation, the boys' hostel should be searched too. Sister Rebecca agrees and orders a room-by-room search of Jason and his friends. During the search, a bottle of alcohol is found under Jason's bed, which, of course, is another one of Sophia's schemes. Jason protests. "I have no idea how that bottle got there. Someone must be playing a prank. Please believe me, I never do something like that. If I'm suspended, my life will be ruined." That's exactly the moment Sophia has been waiting for, she tells him. "If you want to avoid suspension, you'll need to work here at school for a week, helping the sisters." With no other choice, Jason reluctantly agrees. Here's the twist. Years earlier, Sophia heard Jason's voice and fell head over heels, but had no way to get close to him. Then one day, the real Sister Sophia from a Catholic school met Sophia here by chance, and our Sophia used that opportunity to kidnap the real sister and take her place. So the Sophia at Jason's school is actually an impostor. Back in the present, Jason is outside planting saplings as his punishment when Sophia arrives to help, using it as another excuse to get close to him. From a distance, Joey watches all of this and finds Sophia's behavior increasingly strange. That night, when everyone is asleep, Sophia sneaks into Jason's room. She sets her phone to record, slowly takes off her necklace, and just then, Jason wakes up. He's stunned to see her, but Sophia uses all her charm to seduce him, moving in for a kiss. Jason is terrified someone might see them, but Sophia whispers, "Don't be afraid, no one will ever know." Overwhelmed, Jason gives in to her advances, and they fall in love that night. The next day, Jason's conscience starts to bother him, so he decides to go to church to confess his sins. As he's heading there, Sophia intercepts him to talk about the previous night. Jason says, "We should be focusing on school right now," but Sophia insists he meet her in his room again that night. Jason goes into the church and approaches the altar to ask Father for forgiveness, only to realize that Father is actually Sophia dressed in the priest's robes. Before he can react, Sophia kisses him again, and Jason accepts her love. A week passes since that incident, and Jason is now back home when he gets a message from Sarah inviting him to a party that night. Meanwhile, Sophia is leaving the school when she overhears Sister Rebecca talking with a father about the real Sophia. She realizes suddenly that he knows about the real sister, that her deception is about to be exposed. Panicking, she heads for her car, but Sister Rebecca stops her and asks where she's going. Sophia quickly makes up the old excuse about her aunt's medical emergency and hurries away. That same night, Jason tells his dad he wants to go to Sarah's house party, but his dad refuses and they argue. In anger, Jason sneaks out and goes without permission. Unbeknownst to him, Sophia is watching and silently follows him. At the party, Jason drinks heavily. Afterward, Sarah takes him to her room and they begin to kiss. Suddenly, memories of his moments with Sophia flood Jason's mind, and distressed, he grabs a bottle of liquor and stumbles outside, only to be caught by the police drinking in public. Sophia arrives, tells the officers, "Jason's under a lot of stress, you should let him go," and the police comply. Jason, unfit to go home, lets Sophia take him to a hotel room. Meanwhile, Jason's mom tells his dad they should support his singing dreams. His dad relents and heads to the party to bring Jason home. In the hotel room, Sophia slowly begins to undress to seduce Jason again. But at that moment, Jason realizes Sophia has been stalking him everywhere. He tells her plainly, "What happened between us was a sin, and I don't want this anymore." Sophia tries to reason. "Our homes are similar. Like your dad, mine doesn't understand me. Maybe that's why we found each other." But Jason, now seeing through her deception, leaves her alone in the room. Enraged, Sophia watches him go. Outside, Jason meets his dad, who apologizes, admitting, "I never gave you freedom, and that's why you haven't succeeded. I was wrong." The next morning, as Jason and Joey head to school, they see Sophia already there. When she spots them, she drives off, but Joey notices Sophia's car and later tracks it online, confirming it's registered in Sophia's name. Joey now knows Sophia was the one watching them outside their house. When Jason reaches his room at school, he finds Sophia unconscious. Panicked, he administers oxygen and revives her, only to realize she's faking it. Furious, Jason declares he'll go report her to the father. Sophia isn't intimidated. "If you report me, I'll tell everyone you, a student, fell in love with your teacher. Think about it. If I speak up, no one can save you." Jason, realizing the stakes, received a call from Joey about Sophia's car. He warns her, "Don't tell anyone." The next day, after the morning prayer, Sister Rebecca brings Sarah back to school. Sophia's anger explodes. She confronts Sister Rebecca outside the classroom. "After what I found out about Sarah, how could you let her come back?" Rebecca, equally furious, snaps, "Don't lecture me on school rules. First learn to pray in class. I know what's right for this school." Inside, Jason, delighted at Sarah's return, sings joyfully, while Sophia, consumed by rage, behaves like a madwoman. One day, while Sarah was taking a shower in the bathroom, Sophia suddenly entered and her, making it look like an accident. She dropped the soap on the floor to make it appear as if Sarah had slipped and fallen. Later, when Joey entered the bathroom, she found Sarah's lifeless body and screamed. After an investigation, the police ruled it an accident and sent Sarah's body for post-mortem. But Joey was suspicious. She felt something was definitely wrong. The next day, after prayer in a church, Sophia stepped outside and Jason confronted her. "You must have done something to Sarah." Sophia coldly replied, "You don't need to stress so much. The police already called it an accident. And anyway, no one in this school is innocent. Not even you, the one who crossed all limits with a teacher." She then showed Jason a video that instantly silenced him. Jason was terrified. The next day, when Sophia saw Jason and Joey heading home, she once again used the excuse of her aunt's death to leave the school. That night, Jason went to a restaurant with his family for dinner, but to his shock, Sophia was there too. She had been stalking him and introduced herself to his parents, saying she was Jason and Joey's teacher. Jason's mom and dad happily invited her to join them for dinner, which made Jason extremely uncomfortable. But he couldn't say anything. Joey could sense that her brother was afraid of Sophia. Meanwhile, Sister Rebecca tried to send flowers to Sophia's aunt's funeral. But after trying to find the address, she discovered that there had been no death and that the address didn't belong to anyone named Sophia. This raised her suspicions. Meanwhile, when Joey asked Jason what was going on, Jason confessed everything. He told her how Sophia had slowly trapped him in her web, how the video kept him from taking any action. Joey had always doubted Sophia, and now the siblings decided to find out the truth, whether Sophia was even who she claimed to be. Sister Rebecca was also suspicious, so the next day, she called Sophia into her office and said, "Ever since you arrived, strange things have been happening. Sarah died suddenly, and the story about your aunt turned out to be a lie. Who are you really?" When Sophia said nothing, Rebecca got up to report her, but Sophia knocked her unconscious with a lamp. Meanwhile, Jason and Joey sneaked into Sophia's room to look for evidence. They found two laptops. One belonged to the real Sister Sophia, and the other contained hundreds of photos of Jason. They also discovered that this girl's real name was Laura, who had assumed Sophia's identity. When they went to tell Sister Rebecca everything, they ran into Laura. When she saw Jason holding her laptop, she realized her secret had been exposed. Laura, pretending to be Sophia, began begging Jason, "Please don't do this. I love you so much. I'll do whatever you say." Hearing this, Jason and Joey became certain she was a psycho. They ran to inform Sister Rebecca, but Laura attacked Joey from behind, striking her head with a lamp. Enraged, Jason grabbed Laura, but she hit him too, and he had to let go. Just then, Sister Rebecca appeared and snatched the lamp from Laura. Laura turned on her in fury, but Jason got back up, pulled a screwdriver from his pocket, and stabbed Laura. A few days later, it was the school's graduation day. Jason's dad gifted Joey a car and gave Jason a brand new expensive guitar. Jason was overjoyed. He was finally ready to move on with his life. He had forgotten Sophia, and now, carrying only the memories of Sarah in his heart, he stepped forward into a new future. And with that, the story ends.